show on the road. There we go. So, good morning people. Bit hoarse today. I think it helps me Cockney actually. Good morning people. Why? I don't know why. I don't know. I just do. It is Friday, the something of December. It's not New Year. It's in between Christmas and New Year. I'm still getting set up. Look, the trouble I go to for you people. So I'm leaving Marple, and I'm just going through a bridge. So I'm a tad distracted because we don't want any drama. No drama, mate. How's it going, mate? One of my Australian subscribers, almost certainly my only Australian subscriber, gave me a sort of a short Australian lesson, and it's going is spelled G-A-R-N. So the full phrase is, how's it going, mate? So anyway. Alright, matey. See you again. Yeah? You heading back that way, yeah? Yeah. I'll catch you there in a few weeks, probably. Alright, have a good trip. Nice. So, Que Pasa? Well, what that was a chap called Paul. Really nice chap, actually. I'm going through a bridge also. Pardonnez-moi. This is a bit of a... Ooh, this could end badly. This is proper narrow. You've got about 1.5 inches each side. There we go, look. I mean, it looks a lot there, but look at that. There's bugger all. So this is Marple, and the chap there was he said he watches my videos. Absolutely, a really nice guy. Genuinely, I mean, I know I sort of say that all the time, I do, but he really was, genuinely. Oh, and we're entering the Peak Forest Canal, so once I pass under this bridge, I'm formally on the Peak Forest Canal, and I'm going right. Because left here is the Marple Locklight, which is currently closed. Slight impact, no biggie. Now Dave and Di are up here, and they've not left yet. So I've got to swing the boat round sharpish. Dave's indicating me go first. So that's good. Or is it? Right.
Are you on the way through? What's going to do?
Could be a bit
narrow. Came through.
Could be a bit tricky.
Oh, Dave, shall I just get the buy one?
Okay. A walkie-talkie pickup. You know how perilous this is for your poor boat.
You're really fast.
I've got to go a little bit fast for the wind and to avoid those guys. Well, that was beautifully done. Roger.
Roger. You push the left hand side.
Right. You push the left, right. Okay. There we go. Morning. Hi Dave, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Dave? Hello Dave, can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me? Right, so I've just been given, all that palaver was I've just been given this. So I'm going to call Di. You would think, there's only 6 buttons on it, you would think that Dave's calling me on it. I'm answering obviously because I don't know how, which is a bit embarrassing. I'll tell you something though, I didn't really come round this end. There's like a stately home thing here. Absolutely amazing. There's a Marple Social Enforcers Club there, and there's some hills up here. So that's all lovely, and I'm now going to have to steer the boat. So what I'm going to do, looks like there's got no battery in it as well. It's got 1 bar out of what could be about 6 on this contraption. So I'm going to have to figure out which button, and to figure that out I'm going to have to call on the phone. Honestly, you just wouldn't believe the paraphernalia that I've got. I've just switched the remote on so I can control this camera here and show you a view of these interesting boats that I'm passing. I mean, you know, if this is your thing, if interesting boats are your thing, it may not be. They're not mine. Not mine. There's another one, Union Canal Carrying Company. Hello Dave, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Dave? Can you hear me, Dave? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Oh, there's a button. Right, annoyingly, right, Di was talking about the button on the left. What she meant was on the left of the whole thing, which is there. So now I don't need to have a phone call to work this thing out. With 10 minutes of floating around, I've figured it out. So let's see. Hello Dave, can you hear me? Hello Dave, can you hear me? That's disappointing. Hello guys, anyone hear me? Just testing. Okay, so it's not the left button, or at least not yet. Anyway, enough comms shenanigans. Let's get through this bridge hole. It's pretty parky this morning, I've got to say. Okay. Hello guys, this is a test. Can anyone hear me? Hello guys, this is a test. I heard something but I didn't hear clearly. Anyone hear me? Right. Okay, Di, I heard that. Right, I think I've got the hang of it. Press the button to speak. Not too complicated, thankfully. Okay, Di, does this mean we talk all the way, or do we stop at some point? Right.
Right, when you get to the bridge, you'll got me.
Okay, radio silence, guys. Okay, punishable by firing squad. Also, the battery's flat on this thing. Who's in charge of planning? I want him shot immediately. That was completely incomprehensible. It might be range. Can this be charged? You know, I'm just going for a cruise. Now I've got like a big telecommunications issue. Is this the charging thing? I pointed out to the guys, we were planning this little trip and how we'd approach the bridges. There's 4 swing bridges today. Sorry, 2 lift bridges, 2 swing bridges. So I pointed out that if we work one bridge each, one person stops, works the bridge, the other 2 go through, then we'll only have to do one bridge, except the first guy will have to do the last one. Because, you know, I don't know if any of this makes sense, but it sort of makes sense to me. And what the guys have done here is kind of stitch me up, because I'm the number 1. So I'm going to do the first bridge, someone will do the other one, someone will do the next one, and then it'll be my turn to do the last one. So I'll cop for 2 bridges. But you're never going to catch me moaning about having to do extra work every 5 minutes. So anyway, this thing's all but flat, so I'm going to save its meagre battery until I get to a point where I need it, to be honest. It was all a bit of a rush, really, to be honest. The whole thing, I set off in a hurry. And this is one of the downsides of cruising with a crew. It's one of the big advantages of cruising round in a bit of a sort of a fleet, a convoy, call it what you will. One of the big advantages is you know, when you get to about 10 locks or something, the Cheshire flight, you only do half the work really. When there's 3 of you, because you can figure out how to do things to save labour. So that's great. And of course, you know, if your cruising buddies are amenable types like Dave is, you know, you can always pop down the pub, which is nice. You know, it's not always that much fun going into a pub on your own, to be honest. Here's a view. My right. So we've got. Now I think we're heading south. The general direction today from Marple to Whaley Bridge, which, you know, to be honest, first things first, that's where we're actually going, the vicinity of Whaley Bridge. The general direction is southeast, and I'm just watching the no. Ball's set up right, but I might just get away with it. That was so bad, honestly. I'm tempted to try and blame the wind, but I don't think anyone's going to have it. It's a bit nippy though. I wasn't really expecting. I think the forecast is like 8 degrees, so I thought this is not especially bad weather, you know, 8 degrees. But it kind of is. It's a bit naughty. And I'm not just being my usual wimpish self. So off on my left, I'm watching out, and I'm slowing down as well. Not that anybody's slowed down, to be honest, going past me in the last few days. But check out this view. That is gorgeous, isn't it? There we go. Morning. Yeah, it's important because when you're in a crew. Oh, hello.
Hi mate, back online.
Okay guys, do we talk constantly on this for the whole trip, or do we save our jokes for like just occasions?
It'll work until the battery runs out, over.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Unfortunately, somebody's given me a dud. There's 1 intermittent battery bar out of 7, so I'm going to have to keep stum, which I feel is a great pity.
Oh dear, how sad. Never mind, over.
Hello, Dave. Bugger off, Dave. Over.
Guys behind me now.
Yeah, over and out and up yours. Over.
Out.
I'm liking this comms thing. Definitely time for the anorak. It's not going to help a great deal because it's thin fabric. It's, you know, it's going to help a bit, and I can't go in at the moment. I sort of could, but it's really not worth the hassle. I'll try to go in and put an extra shirt on, and the hassle factor just not worth it. So solution for now is anorak. I think that's the way forward. What I'm finding is that I'm turning a bit in a given direction, but the wind takes me further than I expect to go, and that's sort of slightly catching me out. You don't believe that for a second, do you? It's not convincing, is it? I've got to come up with some better excuses. I think the day before was one of those storms. There was a couple of days storm Pier. No, it was storm Gerrit. Now, is I could look an absolute pillock, because is it Gerrit or is it Gerrit? Because if it's a G, you want it to be a hard G, I would think. I mean, you know, in all my years as a namer of storms, which obviously is 0, just common sense, you know, because if it's Gerrit, right, people could assume that it's a J, and that would just be a disaster, wouldn't it, for everyone? So behind me, obviously, are Dave and Di, but I'm not sure how far away, and I think I need to save the battery on the intercom, so I can't just basically piss about with the thing, much as I would like to, obviously. Morning. Bit of a nippy one today, guys, I'm afraid.
Not raining though, okay?
Yeah, there's always a good side, isn't there? Yeah. There speaks a walker, a hiker. You know, it's not raining, it's still good news. The weather still counts like as officially good from a walking point of view. There's no sign yet of Dave and Di. They must be on the move. They must be, because they were holding ropes and things. They looked imminently ready to go, so that they'll be close behind. So that's good, but not that close, as I can't see. But it's a bit windy, this, as you would expect. We're in the foothills of the Pennines, if not the actual Pennines. No, we're not in the proper Pennines. And do you know what? Look, okay, confession time. I don't know if we are or not. I really don't know. But either way, you know, it's quite hilly.